What's going on, everybody? Everybody, what's going on? Hope you guys are doing good. G Hunter Lee here. We missed our Monday Motivational Power Talk last night, so I'm going to make it up tonight by talking about a very, very important message that I've caught in the Wonder Woman movie I saw last night. So, hope you guys are ready. It's a great message. Hope you guys are going good, having a great week so far, and I expect you to have a better week the next week after. So right now I'm drinking my Jamaican cream soda. I had this, bought this earlier today. I haven't had it since what? Early in the year. So this is pretty good. What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys for stopping through. I don't know who we have in here yet, but I'm pretty sure you guys will pop up soon. Hope you guys are doing great. Let's get this started, folks. If it's going to be, it's up to me to fulfill my dreams and possibilities with dedication and motivation to inspire thousands from all nations. When times are tough and breaks you down, just smile with toughness and rebuild from the ground. During tough times, adversity is a lot. Just remember, time flies, but you are the pilot. Good evening, everybody. Last night, I went to check out Wonder Woman 1984. And I have seen that many people didn't, but some people didn't like it, which is okay. I'm the kind of guy is I don't go off of reviews. I like to have my own experience, and I don't know what people was looking for in the movie, but I got exactly everything I was looking for out of it. I got the action. The action pack was great, and I wanted to know what message was in the movie. Most of these movies nowadays, folks are telling the message. And let me give you guys a little bit more light, just in case you don't see me well. There we go. I'll give you a little bit more light. The message was great. I enjoyed it. I saw it twice, actually. I saw it in the movies last night, and then I came home and saw it on my Fire Stick. And my Fire Stick showed it just as clear as I was watching it in the movie. That's what's great about the Fire Stick. I'm so proud of that. So, two things to take out of the movie, folks. Good to see what's up to my man Mo Gentry is in the building. What's up, Mo Gentry? Good to see you, friend. Good to see you, my brother. That's one of the best sound technicians around the DC area. If you got a group, you got a band, I don't care if it's rock, go-go, rap, hip, I don't care what kind of music you play. If you need a sound technician, that is your man, Mo Gentry. That is your man. I'm telling you, I'm actually getting ready to start a go-go band down here in Florida. COVID kind of threw things off. This is one of the things that I had planned. One of my goals and one of my things I have on my bucket list to start a band down here in Florida. We'd be the first go-go band in the Tampa Bay area. So, of course, I'm gonna bring a few people from DC to come down here so we can make sure the crank is right. So Mo Gentry is the guy that I have in mind to come down here and do our sound for us when we get started with that. But folks, I saw the movie. I saw Wonder Woman. It was a great movie. I enjoyed it. The action was there. I love the action, and I like the fact that Wonder Woman can fly now, which was it was a little surprising to me because I've never known Wonder Woman to fly, only in her invisible jet, and she ended up in an invisible jet as well because she found her. The movie is about. I won't tell you guys about the movie, but she ended. I'll just say that she ended up in an invisible jet, or she a jet that she got into, and she made it invisible so that she can get away from the radar from the military and stuff like that. So, message in this movie, folks, is pretty much something I've been speaking about for about 10 plus years now, as I've been, more than 10 years as a speaker. And a lot of the self-help industry, we cover things a lot about what this movie message was. In the movie, there was a failed businessman. He owed investors money. His project, his project didn't look too promising to make money. So he was wanting to go out all out, above and beyond, do whatever it took for him to have business to rocket, but he got greedy about it and he didn't go about it the right way. So what ended up happening is he attained this stone called the Dream Stone, and the Dream Stone, you can take the Dream Stone and make a wish. Like if you say, if you want to be able to fly like Superman, if you touch this green Dream Stone, you can just say, Dream Stone, I want to be able to fly like Superman, and then next thing you know, you can fly like Superman within seconds. So he took the Dream Stone and did this, folks. He snuck it in his pocket by charming a young lady. He ended up with the Dream Stone, and what his wish was, he wished to become the Dream Stone. So the Dream Stone faded away, and it became him, and it gave him some unbelievable power. Let me tell you something, folks. His power was so unbelievable. It was a shame. So he took his powers. Hey, Hope Fogel. He took the power because he became the Dream Stone. He became so very, very powerful. He was able to manipulate anybody, even the United States president. He went overseas into Egypt. He went into Cairo, Egypt, and manipulated the guy there. But he did it this way. He asked people, what did they wish for? And people will make a wish. And when they make a wish, they have to touch him, whether it's a handshake or he touched them on the shoulder or whatever. And he can lead their wish by saying, man, I sure wish that I can do this or we had that. Then he touch them and say, wouldn't you wish that? And they would, and if they say yes, guess what? That wish is granted. But here's what he did. You only get one wish. But what he did was he took something back after they made their wish. So the guy in Egypt, Arab guy, he granted him his wish. And then he said to him, well, in return, I'm going to take over and take all of your oil. And the Saudi guy said, well, my oil, but he said, I've sold my oil over to the Saudi Arabia. And they laughed about it. He said, well, I'm going to take all of your security and make you face the wrath of the people that you're going to have to face. So when he turned around and walked away, this guy's security turned around and walked out with him. And he said, wait a minute, where y'all going? Where y'all going? And he had the power. He could do that. Whatever you wish for, he takes something back. And he did the same thing with the United States president. The president had a wish to have more and more bombs than any other country in the world. And he wanted the country to always be bowed out to the United States. So that was the wish of the president at the time, right? And in return, he told the president he wants to be the most respected man in the world. Anything he wants the president to give it to him or whatever. So he said, where's the choppers? Fly me to this place, fly me to that place, fly me to these satellites. And the president would snap his fingers to his cabinet people and just say, get on it, get on it. As if this guy was actually the president of the United States. He actually manipulated the president with the power of this Dream Stone that he became. So this would happen, folks. All these bombs and missiles shows up for the United States, and Russia sees it, and Russia say, hold up, they getting ready to aim missiles at us. So now Russia is scared. So Russia's getting ready to launch missiles back at the United States, and other countries are getting scared. So then he flies to this satellite place and takes over the whole television network to where everybody around the world is now seeing this guy on a television network. And he is telling them, all of you can just make a wish. Everybody make a wish. I mean, and it got people's attention. So people around the world who's watching can just make wish. One guy told his woman he wished she dropped dead. And guess what? She started suffering and having a heart attack. And people trying to save her do CPR. One guy said, I wish I had a farm. And guess what? He's in the middle of downtown DC with cows around him. He said, I didn't intend for it to be here. One person wished for $1 million. One woman is a waitress at a Chinese restaurant, said, I wish to be famous. And as soon as she said that, people came up to the restaurant window, waving at her, trying to get to her, cameras flashing and all this kind of stuff. I mean, it was crazy. The whole world had went into a shingles, folks. Even his little 8-year-old son was in danger behind this man's selfish thinking. And when the United States bombs had launched, Russia in retaliation launched their bombs back at America. So his son is out in the middle of downtown looking for his dad. and nuclear bombs is headed towards the United States. It's going to kill everybody, including his son. Wonder Woman had to go through some fights. She had to fight with him. She had to fight with this other young lady who became what, Cheetah or something. And Cheetah was like powerful, was as powerful as Wonder Woman until Wonder Woman renounced her wish, because her wish was to bring her dead boyfriend back from the first movie. So when she renounced her wish, because Wonder Woman's power started losing her power. She started bleeding. Bullets were starting to hurt her. And this woman who wished she was Diana's, was like Diana. She didn't know that Diana was Wonder Woman and how powerful Diana was. So this woman became powerful. And she was whooping Diana butt in the White House. It's funny, folks, but listen. At the end of the day, Wonder Woman realized that in order for her to regain her power, she had to renounce her wish. So is the message to all of this, folks. Once she renounced her wish, Wonder Woman's power came back. She took her rope, her gold glowing rope, threw it in the air, attached to an airplane in the sky, and it pulled her in the air. And then next thing you know, she just started flying in the air. And she flew to that satellite where this powerful guy was, and where Cheetah was, because they both got into the Marine One and flew there. She got in another fight with Cheetah. This time she whooped Cheetah's behind, right? But the other guy, he was still telling people on the network, make your wish for anything you want, wish for anything you want. But see, in return, he would get something in return. It was making him more powerful. Now, let me talk about the message to this whole thing, folks. This guy was so greedy and he was so fascinated with being successful. He was so selfish that he put the entire world in danger, including his son. At the end, he had to renounce his wish in order for him to save his son, because he didn't realize that his son was getting ready to die. There were nuclear bombs coming from Russia over into the United States. Two things in this, folks. One is truth. The second thing is selfishness. Okay. Tawana, I saw that. I saw her message, her post about it on yesterday, that she didn't like the movie. But I'm gonna tell you, I absolutely enjoyed the movie. I saw it twice, folks, because the message got me more than anything, because it's in line with what I always talk about. So look at a lot of people around you, right? And look at how, so you guys know how some selfish people. Everybody knows some selfish people. They're self-centered. It's always about them, right? And they don't think, whether they care or not, they don't think or care or seem to care about the things that happen to people around them because of their own selfishness, right? Now think about truth as well. I'm gonna say something, folks. Truth will always overtake falsehood. Truth will always overtake falsehood. Now, it might not happen. If there's some truth that needs to involve you, it might not happen directly for you at that time, but that truth is going to benefit other people. Prime example: if someone lied on you, and you lose your job behind that, the truth will eventually come out. You could be long gone. You could be gone to another job. You don't care about that previous job, whatever the case may be. And then the truth come out. And then the people who told the truth would get a worse, would get the worse karma behind what they've done to you than what happened to you from losing your job. This is what most people don't understand. Truth will always overtake falsehood, folks. How many people you see in the NFL, or any type of business person, whether it's politics, corporate America, or sports, professional sports, being accused of something, and that organization decides to separate from them based off an accusation, but not facts. And there have been times where the facts came out and the person had been cleared of something. But because the organization had made a move on them prior to receiving the facts, most cases, those organizations stick to what they've done. They don't say, we apologize, we're glad this person was cleared of it, we need to bring them back. Because what that does, it makes companies and it makes other people look like a total ass in public. What is the first three letters in the word assume? ASS. This is why it's very, very important to receive facts and not be impulsive. Now, if you're upset about the facts, that's a whole different story. But when you're upset about something that you haven't received the facts on for, you're upset about an accusation. You make judgment on an accusation. And let me tell you something, folks. Somebody else is going to make judgment of you on something that is going to be most important in your life if you behave that way. It might not happen to you like around the corner from where you were just standing when you did it, but it can come. And let me tell you something about karma too, folks. Karma doesn't always just come to you. Karma works like the mafia. It affects anybody that is attached to you that is involved and benefited from the lies that you told. That is how karma works, ladies and gentlemen. It works like the mafia. How does the mafia act? You owe the mafia money, they come looking for you. They don't find you. They find your next of kin. Your next of kin don't know what the hell they grabbing them up for, what the hell they threatening them for. You just put your whole family in the shingles behind your selfish behavior, behind your lying behaviors. That was the one message from Wonder Woman, folks. It's not about you. It's bigger than you. How many of you have heard me say so many times that when you have a why do you want to be successful? Why do you want the greater things in life? It's not because of you. It got to be about something bigger than you or someone else bigger than you. It's not about you. See, if you have people in your life that you want to do something special for, that's what counts, folks. That is what counts. I mean, I'm involved with a major project, and many of you have heard me mention this. We're getting close to launch time, so I can't say but so much. But one thing I can tell you, the more people I help around the world with this project, the more wealth I'm attaining. Because this is a humanitarian-based project. That is the number one reason I wanted to be involved. I hate to see people around the world suffer. I don't care whether it's karma coming back on them or not. I don't care. I hate to see any individual suffer. To me, all life is precious. That's always been my thing. I hate to see people suffer, and I hate to see people to cause people to suffer. That's always been something I've been against. So this humanitarian-based project, folks, in so many countries now, we got more and more countries that we've figured out that's going to be involved with this project that we're doing. We're going to be in these other countries. So what's important here, folks, what I got out of the Wonder Woman movie is don't be selfish. It's not about yourself. Let me but let me just switch over in the same message. Let me talk about the Washington football team. Yesterday, they just fired their starting quarterback, Dwayne Haskins. And here's what a lot of people, some people got upset about it, but I knew he was going to get fired. I knew he was going to get fired. First of all, he didn't play good. And people thinking, oh man, he didn't get him a chance. He had a chance. Here's what people only looking at the television. See, you got to turn off the damn TV, folks. This is what you got to know. You know why he didn't play good? He didn't play good because he didn't prepare good. It's not up to the coaches to prepare you in areas where you're supposed to be preparing yourself. You know, there was times where they said that, you know, this allegedly he's showing up at meetings late, leaving the camp, leaving the Redskin Park early, the facilities early. You know, if you look at the game Sunday against the Panthers, it looked like he was just sitting on the bench sleep. If you look at him, he was literally like this, eyes closed. I don't know if he was praying or what, but I'm not going to accuse him, but I'm just telling you what it looked like. Okay. They say his preparation, he didn't prepare well. And he didn't learn well. They say he couldn't pick up the plays well. Now, mind you, this is two regimes that he was under. He was under Jay Gruden the year before and under Ron Rivera this year. And the same story has been coming out about this guy. Last year, they said that this is allegedly, they even had him evaluated for dyslexia. Dyslexia, because he seemed to be having a hard time learning the plays of the playbook. So I'm like, damn, what did the guy need? Pop-up pictures in his playbook? This age, and then the same thing happened this year. Yes, there was not a preseason this year because of COVID. Yes, there was shorter time to prepare this year, but there was time where you could have studied. There was time where you could have did whatever it took. If you know that you had a less time to prepare, you got to prepare even harder. See, that's what folks don't get, man. You got to understand that everything is not going to be peaches and cream because it was the last time. For every new level, there's a new devil. You got to learn to get out of your own way, and you got to learn to put in the work. These folks, here's a bit of truth. And I put this quote out this morning. Hard work will beat talent when talent doesn't work hard. Any day, any given day. Hard work will beat talent when talent don't work hard. A friend of mine named Rodney Wright used to always say this. He used to say, technique can't be beat. You got to figure out you got to get the techniques down before the coaches. See, the coach is not going to hold your hand. You got to be prepared for the coaches to prepare you on another level. It's just like music. How many of you, if you in music before, if you perform in music, you don't go to rehearsal to learn the songs. You learn the songs at home. You come to rehearsal to perfect the song. And people are not getting that. It is not for Jay Gruden or the offensive coordinator to get Dwayne Haskins to learn the playbook. He has to study it on his own time. He has to put in his own work. He has to do his homework. This is why in school, the teachers would give you homework because it's designed to increase your discipline on your own without supervision. That's what homework is about. Learning how to do your work on your own without supervision. That is what character is, folks. Character is being your best when you don't know people are watching you. He failed at that, folks. He didn't do that. And it showed on the practice field. It showed in the games. And then last week, he lost a football game. Right after the football game, he's having a party with strippers, violating the COVID-19 protocols of the NFL's COVID-19 protocol. Your head coach had just got finished beating cancer. You know his immune system needs time to recuperate. You ain't putting your head coach in danger by exposing yourself around strippers and everybody else. You don't know who may have COVID, right? According to the NFL rules. And you coming around a facility where you got your coach who's susceptible to this, and you got other players who could be susceptible to this. Why am I telling you about this, folks? Because Dwayne Haskins Just like this guy in the Wonder Woman movie, only thinking about his damn self. He got fired yesterday. He was a first round draft pick a year before. Just last year, a first round draft pick, 15th overall pick in the NFL by the Washington Redskins last year. And this year, they changed the name to the Washington Football Team. First round pick got cut the following year. Folks, I'm going to say this again. It's not about you. You got to get out of your own way. What you do today, I keep telling folks about this. I've always told this along, for the past few years, I've been really mentioning this. There's a thing called the butterfly effect. It states that a butterfly in California can flap its wings and contribute to causing a tsunami on the East Coast. What you do or do not do today will affect generations 100 years after you, folks. That is the butterfly effect. This man did not prepare. And just like the Wonder Woman movie, this man was a failed businessman. Why did he fail? Why did he fail? He was a failed businessman. Just like Dwayne Haskins was a failed quarterback. Before you become a good quarterback, you have to be a good businessman. You have to be a captain before you can become a captain. Mike Tyson said you have to be a champion before you become a champion. So with that being said, folks, you got to realize something. You got to get out of your own way, because the minute you put yourself in a position to where everybody else doesn't matter, and I've seen people post it on Facebook, I'm focused on me, I'm doing me. Well, here's what they don't understand. They've always been doing them. That's why they're where they are, because they've always been doing them. Oh, I've been helping people. No, you ain't been helping people. You've been enabling people. There's a difference between helping folks and enabling them. A big difference. So with that being said, folks, take your time. Discipline yourself. Go out there and do your work. Do your diligence. Turn off, the radios. I drive. A lot of times now, my radio in my car is turned off because I've got my earphones on, listening to some motivational speeches on my YouTube, on my phone. So work hard on yourself. Jim Rohn said, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job, because it's you. Everything you do, folks, what you do at one thing is how you do everything. It's called habit. It's called integrity. So get out of your own way. That's why Dwayne Haskins was fired. Didn't get out of his own way. He made it about him. That's why this guy in the Wonder Woman movie, that's why he almost lost his son if he wouldn't have came to his senses. Wonder Woman helped him come to his senses at the end. He had to renounce his wish, and guess what? Those bombs that was launched, they just vanished in thin air and disappeared. Everything started going right back to normal. Look at the movie. Look at the Wonder Woman movie. The message is very strong in that movie, folks. Because guess what? Wonder Woman, she made a wish too. She was selfish. Her boyfriend had died in the first Wonder Woman movie. She was so in love, she wanted him back. So she wished that he came back when she touched the stone. When he came back, guess what happened? She sacrificed her powers. She started to lose her powers. Bullets were shooting her, was grazing and shooting her, and she started seeing blood. And it was surprising her. She was wondering why. But until they figured out, in order for her to get her powers back, save humanity and save the world, she had to first renounce her wish. Her boyfriend was dead. That's where he belonged. He was dead. It was his time. You can't reverse what's created for you, folks. All you can do is try to make it better. And that's what she didn't do. So she started losing her power. So everybody who made these wishes had made some horrible sacrifices in their life when they did that in the movie. Go check the movie out, folks. And things got back to normal when you renounced your wish. See, that's why Jim Rohn always said, don't wish life was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish life was harder. Don't wish life was easier, wish you was wiser. Or don't wish it was difficult, wish you were better. Just always wish that you can do better. Always hope that you can do better. Work harder on yourself than you do in your job, like Jim Rohn says. Keep working harder on yourself than you do in your business. Work harder on yourself than you do in your relationships. Work harder on yourself than you do as a CEO. Work harder on yourself than you do at the place you worship. So with that being said, folks, I'm about to chime up out of here. Thank you guys for stopping through. Jay Hunter Lee, I want you to share the video. If it helped you, if it didn't help you, don't worry about it. Share it anyway, because it's somebody that you know would enjoy and get some great benefits from this video. So with that being said, I want you to sing like no one can hear you. Dance like no one can see you. Love like you've never been hurt. And live like it's heaven on earth. I'm Jay Hunter Lee. I love you, and the world needs you. So stop that damn texting and driving. Peace and blessings, folks. Have a great day.